Hello everyone, in this tutorial we will explain the easiest approach for downloading, installing and running distilled versions of DeepSeek-R1 in a graphics user interface on a local Windows machine. So let's immediately start. The first step is to install Ollama. To do that, go to the Ollama website, then over here you need to click on download to download Ollama. Then click on download for Windows. And over here save it into the downloads folder. Then it's going to take a while to download Ollama. Okay, after Ollama is downloaded, let's go to the downloads folder. You need to execute the downloaded file, and this will install Ollama. The installation of Ollama is pretty much straightforward. You just need to click next several times. So click on install, and that's it. You see now the files are being extracted and you need to wait for a while. After Ollama is installed, you will see Ollama is running. However, you can also confirm that by clicking here and you will see this cute icon of Ollama. Another approach for verifying that Ollama is running is to click on Start, search for command prompt, and in the command prompt you should type Ollama and you should see this response. This means that you have properly installed Ollama. So that was the first step. The next step is to download the model. To download the model, go back to the Ollama website and search for DeepSeek-R1. And over here you have several options. Namely, these are the distilled models. Distilled models have almost the same performance, or better to say slightly worse performance compared to the largest model. However, their size is relatively small. So let's click on this model, and this model contains 14 billion parameters, and to install it you will need 9 gigabytes. So let's click here, and this command for installing the model will be generated. Don't execute this command just as it is, just copy it, go to the command prompt, and inside of this command prompt paste the command. However, over here just type pull. This will actually only download the model, and later on we will run the model by using two approaches. The first approach will be to run the model from the command line, and in the next approach I will show you how to generate a simple graphics user interface to run the model. After the model is downloaded, you will see the success message. To verify that the model exists on your system, type Ollama list and you should see the model over here. Okay, to run this model in a terminal, you need to type Ollama run and then you need to paste the name of the model. This is a primitive way of running the model in a terminal. However, this is a good first test for testing the model and to see will the model work on your hardware. Okay, meanwhile, my suggestion is to open command prompt and to see what's happening with your GPU, or are you actually using the GPU resources. Namely, over here you can see that GPU memory is being almost half filled. This is because this model has 14 billion parameters, and that's almost half of my memory. Or I think a little bit of less. I think around 9. I'm not sure. But anyway, this is very important. This means that the model is using your GPU. So let's ask a question. How to solve a quadratic equation, and let's specify the equation, for example something like this, and let's see what will happen. And then let's see, this is a real-time execution, which is very good. You can see that my GPU is running and this is awesome. I'm running this software on NVIDIA 3090 GPU with 24 GB of VRAM. Okay, let's exit the model in order to return, and in the sequel let's learn how to run this model in a much nicer graphics user interface. To run the model in a graphics user interface, we need to install WebUI, and installation is very simple. First of all, let's verify that you have Python installed on your system. So type this python-version and you can see that I'm running Python 3.12. WebUI can be installed on Python 3.11 or 3.12. I tested both Python versions and OpenWebUI works perfectly, and I'm not sure about Python 3.13. Consequently, my suggestion is to install Python 3.11 or Python 3.12, and you can easily do that by going to the Python website and by downloading Python. Okay, so first of all, let's make sure that we are in the root C drive. Then let's create a test WebUI folder. You need to execute this command. So let me do it, and then let's navigate to this folder, and inside of this folder you need to create a Python virtual environment. You can do it like this. It's going to take maybe several seconds to create a Python virtual environment. Then you need to activate this virtual environment, and you'll see in parentheses environment 1. This means that the environment is active, and then you just need to install the WebUI packages. That is OpenWebUI library of packages, and let's install that, and the installation might take a while since you are downloading a bunch of stuff and you're also building some dependencies. Consequently, be patient. And after approximately 7 minutes, this library is installed, and the next step is to start the graphics user interface by typing this. And now, since we are running WebUI for the first time, some things will have to be downloaded and installed. However, you need to wait for a while. And if you see this, this is a good sign, and you need to just wait for a while, and everything will be set up. Okay, so something is being downloaded, and once you see this screen and this address over here, you can run the graphics user interface locally. So let's learn how to do that. So simply copy this address, localhost 8080 with HTTP and the additional characters, and then let's try to run it. To run it, you just need to go to your web browser. Here you need to paste this address, press enter, wait for a while, and over here you will see this option. Click on Get Started, create your full name or enter your name. You don't need to enter your full name, just enter nickname, enter your address. Note over here that you're not registering online, you're just locally registering yourself on your own computer. This really doesn't matter. So enter your password and create admin account, and now you're logged in. You can see what is new over here. You don't need to click here, and here you are. Okay, so how to run the model? Well, click here and select your model. Note over here that OpenWebUI was able to automatically recognize that you're running DeepSeek through Ollama, and over here you can ask a question, who are you, for example, and the model should be loaded again. And here it is, it's loaded almost immediately. Greetings, I'm DeepSeek. Awesome. Let's ask another message or another question. How to solve a quadratic equation, and let's write the quadratic equation is equal to 0, and then the model will be automatically able to provide you the answer. You can see the GPU usage over here and wait for a while, and then you see in real time what's happening. And an amazing thing is that equations are written nicely. That is, this graphics user interface has an option to interpret the latex equations, and later on you can play with additional options over here. You can also save, copy, download, do all sorts of things with this output. Okay, now some of the viewers of my channel ask me the following question: how can we restart this complete graphics user interface? So let me show you how to do that. So let's go back over here and press Ctrl+C to stop the model. Now let's close the model by closing over here, and then let's, for example, close completely this terminal over here. Okay, and now you restarted your computer and you want to start graphics user interface and the model again. So what do you need to do? Click on Start, Command Prompt, then in the command prompt go to your OpenWebUI. So what's the name? Let me just click back and see how did we name the folder. Yeah, so it's test, right? So cd test web UI, And over here, you need to activate your Python virtual environment. To activate your Python virtual environment, you don't need to recreate the environment. You just need to run this, and by doing this, you will be able to recognize all the installed libraries. And to start the model again, you just need to type this, bang. This will start the model, and just wait for a while. Wait until the address is found, and once address is being detected, go again over here on the local host, click here, click here, click here, open the model, and here you are again in your model, and you can ask the question how to solve a quadratic equation. And then let's type equation, something simple, and let's see the answer. Here it is. And blah blah blah, the model is working perfectly. Okay, that's all for today. I hope that you like this video. If you like the videos I'm creating, please press the like and subscribe buttons, or even consider to support this channel. Thanks a lot, and see you in the next video tutorial.